Welcome back to the channel, guys. It is me, ID744, and today, guys, I'm gonna do my final World Cup predictions, guys, for the nations I think will qualify. I know I've done this 2 times before in the past. When I'm saying this, though, this will be my final attempt, and the reason why I'm doing this again now for the final time is because we're just 1 year and 6 months away from the World Cup, as well as the fact that all of the qualifiers, we know what's gonna happen, we know how it's gonna work and everything. So I feel like now is a good time to do a final assessment of this. Okay? So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. And remember, guys, to join Semi Kino's prediction contest, which I'll leave a link in the description below. And like I said, guys, this should be very fun. So let's start with AFC. We're going to go chronological order. So AFC, guys, obviously a total of 8 teams could qualify. One can go to the playoffs. And let's start. First one I got here is Iran. Pretty straightforward. I think they're going to top Group A. Pretty self-explanatory. Second I have is Uzbekistan. I think Uzbekistan should come in second place. I'm fairly confident in them. And the group winner I have is South Korea. I think South Korea will top the group as expected. Then obviously I have Iraq to come in second place. And then Japan. And then I'm going to go with Australia to come through in second place. Now it comes down for the playoffs. And this is where it gets a bit tricky for this one. So obviously I'll go through the playoff ones real quick. So the playoff groups. So Group A, I would have Qatar and UAE. The Group B, I would have Jordan, and I'll probably give the edge to Oman. The Group C, I'll probably say Saudi, and I'll probably say at this time, I'm giving the edge to Bahrain. So from this 6 nations, 2 of which are going to come through the playoffs. And the 2 I have picked, it was very difficult, guys. But I went with Saudi. I think Saudi Arabia will get their act together, and I think they'll pick things up, and I expect them to turn it around. And the second, and this year in particular, the fourth round, and then I have is Jordan. I was tempted to pick UAE. UAE was one I was considering. Qatar, I just feel like there's way too many problems with Qatar, so that's why I didn't pick them. And that was pretty much it. It was really between Saudi Arabia, Jordan, and UAE. Those are my 3 contention, but I just feel like for me, Jordan and Saudi have a bit more firepower than UAE. Although I was really tempted to pick UAE. So it's a bit of a close one, guys. I think the Jordan UAE is really 50-50. Some would even say I shouldn't put Saudi, but like I said, guys, it's difficult to call. So yeah, let's move on over to CAF, guys. CAF is where things get very interesting, guys. CAF is interesting. Could we see any of the underdogs top their group? We'll have to wait and see, obviously. And yeah, so let's start with Group A. I'm gonna go with Egypt. I think Egypt should take care of business there. I think Egypt should top the group 100%. No questions asked. Group B, I'm gonna go with Senegal. Although Senegal is second right now at the time of the recording, I do think Senegal will get their act together and top the group. The Group C I have is Nigeria. Now this is a bit of a tricky one, guys, because this group is very up in the air. We could see South Africa do it, Benin even do it, even Rwanda potentially. But I really think the main teams that are battling out are South Africa, Benin, and Nigeria. I feel like the rest of the other teams will fall off. At the Group D, I'm gonna have Cameroon. Cameroon should do it. Group E, I'm gonna have Morocco. This is pretty straightforward. Group F, I have Ivory Coast to do it. At the Group G, I have Algeria. The Group H, I have Tunisia. The Group I have Comoros. Sorry, actually, no, I have Ghana. Ghana for that one. Sorry. I think Ghana will make it through. So now let's go through the second place teams. I'll just tell you guys which second place teams I have. Remember, guys, the 4 highest second place teams will advance. So let me just go through the second place teams and quickly go through which I have making the, well, Interconfederation playoffs. Remember, guys, we're going to get to the Interconfederation playoffs. So Group A, Guinea-Bissau. Do I think they're going to be at top 4? It's really should be Burkina Faso, but I think Burkina Faso have already dropped a lot of points off they shouldn't be. So yeah, I think Burkina Faso, I don't think it's gonna make it. GR Congo, I think will be one of the top 4. Group C, South Africa, potentially yes. Cape Verde and Angola, nah, I think they're gonna miss out. Tanzania, eh, they could be one of the highest to be fair. The Gabon, potentially. The Mozambique, And Guinea have already dropped off. And Namibia, I don't think they'll do it, and potentially Ghana. So, sorry, potentially Mali. So, we'll see what happens there. But I'll tell you guys which one I have making the Interconfederation playoffs in the last slide. Now for CONCACAF, this was pretty straightforward. I'm going to be very honest with you guys. It's very straightforward. I'm going to go with the top 3 highest: Costa Rica, Jamaica, and Panama. I think it's pretty self-explanatory. These are the 3 best teams in CONCACAF. These are the 3 teams we saw at this year's Copa America. Sorry, say last year. And I expect these 3 to round it off there. Now, CONMEBOL is getting interesting. So, by the way, I predicted for the CONMEBOL section, guys. I try to predict them how it's going to finish in the qualifiers region. So, I do think Argentina will top. I do have Colombia to come in second place. I do have Uruguay to come third, and fourth I actually have is Ecuador, and fifth I have is Brazil, and sixth I have is Paraguay. So that's my six ones. I think it's pretty self-explanatory. I think the only dilemma there is maybe uh, the playoff spot, but I'll reveal who I have later on. And then OFC, New Zealand, obviously. UEFA. Now, UEFA is interesting, guys. UEFA is interesting. Now, I am going to be doing a predictions video, by the way, for the UEFA qualifiers, even though I'm going to be revealing which ones I'm going to have here. I'll tell you guys all the second place teams. So here, I'm just going to tell you guys group winners and tell you guys which second place teams I'm considering. And yeah. So UEFA, I have Germany to top the group. I think Germany should have enough. Group B, I'm going to have Switzerland top. Group C, I'm going to have Portugal. Group D, I'm going to have France. Group E, I'm going to have Spain. Group F, I'm going to have Portugal. Group G, I'm going to have Netherlands. Group H, I'm going to have Austria. Group I, I'm going to have Italy. And Group J, I'm going to have Belgium. And Group K, I'm going to have England. And Group L, I'm going to have is Croatia. Now it gets tricky, guys. The playoff, which teams I think will make it through, guys, from the playoffs. Only 4 of them will make it through. Okay, so I'm going to go with Czech Republic. I think Czech Republic are good defensively, good offensively, so I feel like they're well balanced. So I think they'll make it through the playoffs. I'm going to have Hungary to make it through. Now, I'm very, very skeptical of this one. This is a bit of a very tricky one to go with, but I'm going to go give Hungary just about. I think they'll do it. I'm not very confident of this one, to be fair, but I'll give them the benefit of the doubt. And then I have Poland. Poland are great in playoffs, so I think they'll do it. And then I have Turkey. So I think I have like 2 safe picks, and then maybe like one like could be, and then one like that's a wild card. So I think my Hungary's my wild card. I think Czech Republic, Poland are safe picks, and then Turkey. It's really 50-50 with Turkey, I would say. So those for the UEFA. Now let's go to the playoffs. Playoffs itself. So I have Guatemala. Guatemala making it through from CONCACAF. Then I got Honduras. So I do not have El Salvador. I'm sorry to all my El Salvadorians. I don't think you guys are good enough. I'm sorry to say. Then I have Mali. I think Mali will drop down to the playoffs. I was considering maybe picking DR Congo because I really think they're very good. But I think Mali's going to pit them. I think Mali's going to pit them. They have so much talent and potential. So, yeah, I'm going to go Mali. But DR Congo could very well do it. Then I have New Caledonia. Then I have UAE. Then Venezuela. So now, which of the 2 teams I picked to make it through, guys? I picked Mali and Venezuela. I was very tempted to pick UAE. For me, New Caledonia, Guatemala, Honduras, they were never really in contention for me. So it was really between Mali, Venezuela, UAE. And the reason why I went with I didn't go with UAE is because I feel like Mali, Venezuela are more well-rounded than UAE. So that's the reason why. But I would love to see UAE do it for my friend's sake. But yeah, I ended up picking the debutants here. So let me know what you guys think of my predictions, guys. Like I said, guys, best of luck to all countries qualifying. And yeah, like I said, guys, let me know your predictions, comments below. And also remember, guys, to join Sammy Kano's prediction contest. Of course, if you made it this far, consider hitting that like button and hit the subscribe if you're new out here. Peace.